Item number 17, discussion regarding health insurance proposal with possible action.
Yeah, I didn't know John would be out today, but we do have a gentleman working on a health proposal for us. And I don't know if, there's a possibility this could be a nice savings. Until we get all the figures here, we won't know. We need a few more information from John. I have emailed him. You know if he got to this?
John, from what I understand, just, I don't know if it'll help you, but I talked to John today, administrator, and he said that there was some more information Steve needed, and this should be wrapped up before the end of this week.
Okay.
That's the report that I got from the administrator today.
Hopefully
but I asked him about this today.
Hopefully it's the October, once the other guy gets it, we'll have a couple weeks, and maybe that can bring us some relief on next year's budget. So if that's in the works, then that's
he said it should be wrapped up this week. He had a little bit more information to give to Steve, and it should be wrapped up this week.
A little input on that. I think some methods are good ways to get done, because there might be more than one person that wants to put something in. So once everything gets together, sometimes more than one, they will even get multiple, because insurance is killing so you get something that's better and do the same thing or lower. So
yeah, the more they bid that packet up, the better chance we have to get better prices.
Right. So I mean, personally, that's why I've been waiting until the package gets done so we can put it out.
John?
Yes.
Item number 18, discussion regarding public works meeting with possible action.
Yeah, we had, you can jump in with this. We had a meeting with John Daly, Chuck, the administrator, myself, and I think you were there. You were there too, weren't you? Jeff came, Jeff came towards the end. We're trying to utilize as much manpower as we can to try to keep the town moving in the right direction. So it's sort of like all hands on deck. We met with the water and sewer superintendent, and they asked him for some relief on the weekends. So water and sewer guys do work. We had discussions. I'm not going to speak for Daly, but they did feel that if they had some time in the day, if there's not major problems, where they can help out cleaning the trash cans if they're overflowing on Delaware Street. Our parking lot here, and especially across the street, the monument over across from Heritage's, the parks, and some other areas in the town. We wanted to try to have a system where that they did some things on Saturdays and Sundays, littering, emptying trash, when their water sewer duties were done. Sometimes you go down the football field, the trash cans may be overflowed, so we have guys that are working. And John Daly had no problem with it. He also often said that any council person wants to call him, and he can call the water and sewer guys, that he would call him and he would do that. So I'm going to meet with him, and then I'm going to have a full proposal of what he agrees to and share with the guys, and then we'll vote on it at the October meeting. You want to give any
I just wanted to add that, that John was pretty receptive to it for that. We're just kind of asking the weekend people to take a little more on as their duties, rather than, they do have checks that they have to make, the wells come first, but there's other areas they could be helping out, the highway department and the community. I mean, you're riding around, I'm using that loosely, I don't want to say they're riding around 8 hours a day, but they do have their duties to perform. But there was other things that we thought they could lend a hand at that would help the highway department and the community. So we're just asking them to step up to the plate, so to speak, and take them on a little more initiative. That's basically it. And John and I and the department heads will get a game plan together and see what duties that they can perform to help us out in that area.
If you think of any areas that, like, you drive by and you see maybe need to look at on the weekends. And like I said, there may be days where they can't do it because of their, your
there are times they have backups and stuff.
But there may be times where they can, and that's what we're looking for. So I just wanted to let everybody know that's what we'll propose something in October. We'll have more of a detailed plan.
Only input I would say on that is, make sure that what extra details they do on the weekend doesn't interrupt their regular duties and we have a mishap at that well, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
what they were
Well, that's
bringing
that's
out.
what we
yeah.
just said.
That's what they were bringing out.
Wells come first.
Everyone works first and
You
then.
know, we're not gonna have a guy tied up for 8 hours and not check the well.
No, what I'm saying, that's all, we'll be down one of the town doing something, and something happened to that well. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, item 19 is discussion regarding possible community awareness committee.
Yeah, at the last meeting, one of the residents were saying a lot of different things, and I don't agree with a lot of it, because I think everyone in this room is very concerned what happens in the community. One of the things that we did just recently when meeting with the bus, and I was talking with Paul earlier in school, I think if there's issues that come up, whether it's a speed hump or different issues, and we try to get some input from people and talk about it, and just try to be proactive. So if there's an issue that comes up, and I'll just say speed humps, then I'm going to make it a committee and just run with it, sort of what Paul's doing. We talked about addressing issues with people, reaching out, so that's, I just wanted to put that out there, because I know we all really are real involved, and sometimes people say things in meetings that they may not really mean, but I'm going to do a few things that I'm going to address. When I do it, I'll let the council know.
Yeah, but if it's regarding the speed bump, shouldn't it go to the Public Works Committee?
I'm just using that as an example.
But I mean, maybe you need
Yeah,
another
that-
committee
yeah.
for it.
Well, this is really involved with, in other words, like people say about speed humps. I've been hearing it all the time since I'm getting ready to move on Manchester Avenue. I wouldn't want to do anything that a group of residents didn't want. So if 3 people say, I want speed bumps, that doesn't represent a street or a town. And there's other levels before you get to the next level. Sort of like I think what Barry does with Town Watch. He has a group. He's trying to just stay involved and positive, separate from the committee, not as a political thing, just a way of us reaching out of the form of a council meeting.
So an informal
That's
work.
That's good and bad. I mean, we could probably have a whole debate on this, you know.
I'm just
I have
throwing it
my
out there.
feelings about special committees like that, but, I mean, if that's something, you know.
For one
just
side,
say
there'd be an
speed-
litter task force, and I said I didn't want to stereo or just put it to one thing. So if I didn't want to be meeting in secret, but if something came up, and I said people were interested, like they're talking about certain things with speed humps, or one of the things that I know I was talking about was we have some businesses that are open late at night. Maybe go talk to them and say, listen, you know, a lot of issues with these businesses. You know, talk to them one-on-one, talk to another person. Maybe they're not aware of it, and then, so, not a formal, but more or less informal. So I just threw it out there. Skip
Item
20, Ralph.
20.
Skip,
Take it off?
yeah.